Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft, where in the last episode we fought and killed the Ender Dragon, risking the entire series to do so, and as you may have expected, it wasn't that difficult. The dragon fight never really is. I'm honestly more nervous for what we're going to be doing today, which is eventually heading to the end again, but this time to the end cities in search for an Elytra. And that is mainly so I can simply just stop walking everywhere. I'm kind of over this by now. It was fun in the early game, but I want to fly. Plus, it's also going to be quite helpful for a small little project I also want to do today. And that is going to involve maps, but not this kind, just ordinary maps that you can make yourself. So the very first thing we are going to do today is build a small little cartographer's house for all of our mapping needs. So of course I need to climb to the top of my tower here and just have a look around the location to see where I want to build this. Now I would quite like to do it near the stables and my starter house and that little thing right there, as well as the storage room, because it's built with the same block palette and kind of the same style. I'm trying to create a little area around here if possible, and I think a good spot for it would maybe be down here. I'm fairly certain this is a big enough area to squeeze it into. Might have to do a little bit of shaping of the terrain, just knock this grass back a bit. And yeah, I think that should look pretty good situated over here. Oh boy, I did not mean to grow a spruce tree. I need dark oak. For some reason, I thought I needed spruce saplings. Oh, now I gotta clean up the podzol. How wonderful. The inside is definitely something to be desired. We're going to start work on this shortly. You can kind of already see what we're going to do. Have one level down here and a second bigger one up the top there. Maybe even a third one up with an attic potentially. But let's just take a step back and have another look at the build here in first person. Fitting very well with our others we have dotted around. I do quite like this build style. Loving the deep slate and the calcite. Can you tell? But yeah, this is... What? Wait, what? Did I see that right? Was that llama just falling from the sky? I did see a goat up there. I'm assuming he flew him off the cliff, but still. Oh my goodness, did that catch me off guard? What the heck? What were we saying? Something about the build. I don't know. I've gotten completely sidetracked because of that. I think all I was going to do was just show you the background here because you couldn't see it awfully well in the time-lapse. And there it is. A bit underwhelming. But yeah, this is the exterior of the building all done. Time to head inside here and start work on the interior. Right after going to bed, of course. And there's that poor llama who flew today. So as you saw, I decided to capture this flying llama and tie him down so he's not going to float away again. I thought maybe he could be related to the supposed cartographer that lives in here, although I'm not sure why he's disappearing when I look up. Anyway, let's check out the inside. So as you can see down here, we just have the small living space, not really a whole lot going on in here, which I think is fine. Nice and cozy, and then we have a bit of a tight staircase. We actually have to shift to get upstairs, otherwise we just hit our head, but that's fine. You can do that in Java Edition. And up here we have where the cartographer would do all of his work. So we got the cartography table over here, and I'm thinking we have a big map on this wall. Doesn't really matter if we cover up the glass panes here, because this is the back of the build, hence why it's round the back, so you won't be able to see through it, but that's okay. Then we got a nice little decorative table here, and then a buried treasure map with what I'm imagining is like an ink pen with a little pot here, and you could plot on the map, something like that. So once we got on Elytra, we will get all the maps in place, maybe a couple elsewhere in this building, but then we did manage to squeeze in a small attic here with my custom note block texture, just some crates as a sort of storage. So yeah, fun little addition to our cartographer house. It's just occurred to me, I haven't checked my creeper farm drops in a long time, so it's probably been, I'd say maybe 3 episodes since I last checked this, so I'm kind of curious if we've got a double chest full by now. Nearly. That's actually pretty good going, considering I really have not done much lighting up at all. I'll be able to make plenty of rockets with that. Which leads us nicely on to the next part of the episode here. It's time to go to the end in search for an Elytra. And of course, some shulker boxes too would be nice. So we're nearing in on the coordinates of the stronghold that I screenshotted in the last episode. Trouble is, I screenshotted when I was actually down in the stronghold, not at my entrance to get to it. Well, would you look at that? Okay, it's actually pretty close by. Am I safe to hop down there? Probably. There's only one way to find out. Not down that hole. I want down this hole and be ready. Still nothing. Okay, now I just have to remember how to get back to the portal. I've brought some obsidian with me, so I can just make another portal, and if I need to come here again, well, that's the way I'm gonna go. Aha, we have arrived, safe and sound. Okay, let's bust a hole in here, cover it back up, and before we dive in, let's actually make the nether portal. I'll just stick it in the corner here, should be fine. Or dead center, that works too. I'd love to say it's good to be back, but it's really not, because this entire place makes me so incredibly nervous. But I guess we won't be around this many Endermen. We're gonna still be around them, but hopefully there won't be quite the number there are here. So time to staircase our way up and head through that portal. And look at that, pretty much perfect. Okay, so this always makes me very nervous simply because I'm scared it's gonna like glitch the ender pearl and just go through the other side and teleport me into the void or something like that. I know it won't, but still, I worry. Regardless, here we go. Remote getaway, and we are safe and sound. Oh, are we really on one of these? Oh, I thought we looked at Enderman then. We've been put on one of these platforms. That is not the best spawn, but we are safe for the meantime. Okay, I'm gonna remember this spot by taking a screenshot, of course. Isn't this just the most fun part of exploring the end cities? Oh, this will never not make me nervous, and that was only a tiny little gap. I probably could have ender pearled across, but I might as well conserve them. I'd rather not have to kill these guys if I don't have to. Hopefully we can find an end city soon, because I really don't want to have to pillar across the void again. You know what? I'm actually going to make some changes to my settings here. First of all, gonna turn fog off. That's gonna allow us to see a little bit better, and I'm gonna bump my render distance up to 24 chunks. If something could load in now, that would be ideal, but it's not. of course. Looking around, I think I'm gonna have to head over to this island instead of any of the others, simply because they just look as though they come to a halt pretty soon. This one looks quite expansive, so that's quite a bridge the gap. I'm not looking forward to this. Time to absolutely slam my pinky into the shift button and do my very best not to let go. Whew, my palms are sweaty, my knees are weak, and my arms are heavy. Thankfully there's nothing on my sweater because I'm not wearing one. We made it to the island. Okay, right. Hopefully there is something on this one because I really don't want to do that for a third time. Yes, 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 an end city. I don't see a boat, which makes me sad. Is there a boat? Please come into render distance. Please. Please. Oh, I don't think there's a boat. I'll still go and explore it anyway. Yeah, there is definitely no boats in this city. But you know what there are? Shulker boxes, or well, shulkers that will eventually be turned into shulker boxes. I get a few of these because they are always super duper helpful. I've also brought some chests with me, but it's just occurred to me as well, I didn't bring a crafting table, so I can't even make any shulker boxes. Not that I think I'll need them, but I was just going to use it for extra storage. Oh boy, this is not my favourite room in the world. There are a bit too many shulker boxes here. I am going to have to keep an eye on my health. I mean, I am in full netherite. I'll probably be fine. I would be surprised if I wasn't. I mean, I've taken a half-hour of damage there. Look at that. It's like nothing to me. You shulkers are pathetic. Probably shouldn't be saying that. I feel like that's just jinxing it. But yeah, let's just get to the top here and I can do what I always do and just shoot them from above. Holy moly, that's a lot of diamonds. I don't think I've ever seen that many diamonds in a single chest ever. Even in my own storage room. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not get me. Those things are so annoying. This is the best view I can possibly get. I've gone all the way up to 48 chunks and still I'm not seeing anything. Although, having said that, the world hasn't fully loaded in yet. Oh yes, do you see that? Do you see the boat? It's so far away. I'm going to have to cross so many islands to get there, but at least I know that is where I can get my Elytra. Is that all the end city? That is tiny, but also kind of perfect because I don't really want to have to deal with that many more shulkers. I think this guy is the final shulker, at least one that's easily accessible. Having said that, I'm still being shot. Oh no, okay, you are the last shulker. Not anymore. I really wish they didn't teleport because I just lose all motivation to go after them once they disappear because they're probably like on the underside of this building and it's just not worth it. Okay, so sweet. Now all I have to do is head southwest, so over in this direction, and eventually, after quite a lot of bridging, I should make it to that second end city. Alas, we have made it, and look what's over there. Another ship. Not that I really need two Elytras, but I'm definitely not gonna ignore it. Man, oh man, this thing really is tiny. It may just be the smallest end city I've ever seen that actually has a ship attached to it. And once again, shulkers are being super duper annoying. I would just like to get inside, please. Am I confident enough to make this ender pearl throw? Not so much so that I don't want to take a slow falling potion first, just in case it goes horribly wrong. Okay, here we go. Let's line it up and fire. Hopefully that hits. Pretty much perfect. I will take that. Just down here we should have what we're looking for, and no, it's not a shulker. However, I will take a shell if you are willing, good sir. You are not, of course you're not, but we will happily take the Elytra. Oh yes, the sky is in fact the limit. So I was a smart cookie and brought some stuff with me inside of my ender chest here. An anvil, an Unbreaking 3 book, and a mending book, so that we can of course put it all on our new Elytra. So if we just smack the anvil down, put our Unbreaking on our Elytra, and also our mending, and I realise now I have not been that smart of a cookie because I did not bring rockets. I was going to fly over to the other city, but yeah, I can't unless I want to shoot myself with the bow, but I'm not really great at that method. Regardless, I will put it on because it's going to stop me potentially falling into the void. Of course, we cannot forget the dragon head. Gotta take this one with me home. So this marks a pretty momentous milestone in our hardcore world here. This is going to be the first time flying with our Elytra. Here we go. Oh yeah, I got slow falling on. That's why, oh, okay, it's ending soon. That's why I'm going so slow. Quite nice, honestly. I enjoy this. I don't fly like this often enough, but now we start to pick up some speed, really get going. I probably... Uh-oh. Hopefully I haven't shot myself in the foot here. No, I haven't. We are going to make it over to the other side there. Oh, I was a little bit risky then. That could have gone poorly. But no, we made it. We're all good. So now I'm just going to blitz through this city as fast as possible, and then we can head back home. So that is most of the shulkers killed. Now time to fly over and get rid of these two super quickly, if that is at all possible. There's one, and where's the other gone? He is too hard to get to. I'm leaving him. But we can go and grab ourselves our second Elytra, which, like I said, will probably not get much use, because if I die, then I do lose my Elytra, yes, but I also lose the world and can never fly again, so it doesn't really matter. I suppose I could just use it as a secondary one if my first one here runs out of durability and I'm too lazy to repair it, so I guess it will have its uses. I'm curious actually, through that entire thing of 3 end cities, although some of them, hello, have been pretty small, so maybe it shouldn't count as a full thing. I should probably go careful where I'm shooting that. Oh, just got it. They haven't been massive, but still, 27 shulker shells. How many shulkers did I need to kill to get 27? I'm curious what the conversion rate is. 39 for 27, so we can make 13 and a half shulker boxes for nearly 40 shulkers killed. I guess that's not too bad for a single player world. I can definitely see why multiplayer servers add in the one where you get 2 shells for each shulker. It's a lot more worthwhile. But now it is time to find a way back home, and this would be super easy if I had rockets, but like I said, I forgot to bring those with me. I could just fly back to the original portal and go through that way, but that's quite far just to walk back, so I'm gonna hope I can find one nearby while simultaneously heading back that way regardless. I'm also grabbing some chorus fruit while I'm here, because why not? And I mean, I just want to let you guys listen to the noises, because, oh, isn't that a nice noise in Minecraft? Oh boy, that Enderman actually hurt real bad. I need to go careful now. I'm going to probably wear an Elytra most of the time. Having said that, after seeing him just taking me down to half my health, maybe I will only put it on for flying occasions. Well, that didn't take long at all. There is a gateway for us to get home, and I'm honestly tired of bridging, so I'm just getting confident with my ender pearling skills here, which are not great, but that was a super easy throw and incredibly low risk. Oh boy, am I glad to be going back home. As I said, this place makes me nervous. I don't really like being here, but as soon as I drop through the other portal, we hopefully should be back safe and sound. Nope. It's happened again. The last time I slept must have been in my reusable bed, the one that I keep in my inventory. But thankfully, yeah, we're not too far away. You guys know that if you watched the last episode. I've dropped my stuff back home. I've acquired some paper from the sugarcane farm. Now time to grab a stack of gunpowder, put these two together, and we can finally get some rockets. And I think there's only one thing this causes for: a flight montage. Well, that was fun, but now it's time to get back to work, and by work I mean make some maps, because that is the whole purpose of having the Elytra in today's episode at least. It's obviously going to be helpful for the rest of this series, but I would like to make some maps, and having an Elytra is just so much quicker. So I definitely want a big one here on this wall, a 4x3, just of the general surrounding area. But I don't really know if there's any other good spots for them. Just because I've got windows everywhere, it kind of makes it a bit difficult. So I'm definitely going to do this big one, but I may have a think as to what else we could add. Not really sure what's going on with my buried treasure map here. There should be more on it than just the cross. I'm hoping it's just a visual glitch. If it's not, then I can just make my own, or leave it like that. I don't think it looks that bad. We're meant to be drawing the map is the theory here. But the only other map I have actually made, aside from this one of course, is just the big one here. I decided to go for this and this alone for two reasons. One, I just couldn't think where else to put any other maps, and I didn't want to just make the walls look kind of ugly. And two, I didn't want to detract away from the attention that you give this. Like as soon as you walk in, I mean you walk up the stairs and it's wham, map in your face. It's really cool. So I've had to do this on a bigger scale simply because I couldn't fit all of my builds into the lowest scale when you just get a normal map. Had to do the 1:2 ratio or whatever it is. So the Amethyst Tower to the Deep Slate Castle, it wouldn't fit in. So we've had to go a bit bigger here, but that's okay because we get some really cool terrain on show, which I love the look of. But yeah, we've got all our builds on. As I said, that's the Amethyst Tower, and you can see the pathway going on up round to our axolotl pond. That's the stables over there. We got the starter house and of course the cartographer's house, which is being covered by my cursor. If you guys know how to move the cursor or get rid of it, please let me know because I would quite like to see that building. And we got our beehive over here, and of course the giant Deep Slate Castle. I just love maps. I think they are so very cool. If I had to change one thing about them, it's that there would be some terrain differentiation. So obviously you can see where there is stone and where there is snow and where there is water and where there is grass. But other than that, it's kind of hard to tell the biomes. So for instance, down here, this is actually a taiga biome, even though it looks just like a forest biome. You can kind of tell this is a dark oak forest or roof forest, whatever you want to call it, because there's a lot more foliage, and you can tell that up there is a swamp. But it would be nice to see the grass color change a little bit, although I have no idea how easy that would actually be to do. So this is more than enough. But there we go everybody, that is gonna do it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed watching, thank you ever so much for doing that, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.